الأنبياء والمرسلين نبينا محمد وعلى آله وصحبه ومن دعا بدعوته واستنى بسنته وسار على نهجه إلى يوم الدين. أما بعد, my brothers and sisters in Deen, I enjoin upon you and upon myself the fear of Allah Tabaraka wa Ta'ala. Inshallah, today's sermon we will be focusing on one of the teachings of the Messenger sallallahu alayhi wa sallam in hadith transmitted by Imam al-Bukhari and Imam Muslim. In that hadith, the Messenger sallallahu alayhi wa sallam is saying that al-imanu bid'un wa sittuna shu'ba wal haya'u shu'batun min al-iman. In this noble hadith, the Messenger sallallahu alayhi wa sallam is saying that al-imanu, that is faith, is iman, is faith in Allah Tabaraka wa Ta'ala, is divided into 60 something parts. Bid'un wa sittuna shu'ba. That is, it is divided into 60 something parts. Then he said, wal haya'u, and shyness, shu'batun min al-iman, is a part of faith. Shyness is one vital quality in any decent person, in any responsible person. Because anyone who has it, inshallah, it guides that person, it saves that person from evil things and pushes that person into good things. And one who lacks it then can do anything. That's why in a related hadith, the Messenger sallallahu alayhi wa sallam is saying that إِذَا لَمْ تَسْتَحِ, if you don't have shame, فَاصْنَعْ مَا شِئْتَ, do what you like. Shyness prevents one from doing evil things. That is, it discourages you from evil because you don't want to be identified with evil or with something bad, with something negative. And also it discourages you from not doing what you're supposed to do. Or in another way, it encourages you, it pushes you towards doing what you're supposed to do. And anyone who have that character, he feel ashamed for anyone to see him in evil things, and most especially Allah Tabaraka wa Ta'ala. That is, he feel ashamed for Allah to see him in something bad. And that's why when you look at righteous people, whether people are there or people are not there, they avoid evil things because they don't want Allah to see them in what is not right. And Allah, there is no way you can hide from Allah. You can't take cover from Allah at any point. Sometimes you feel ashamed of people seeing you with something evil. So sometimes if they are not there, you may, falling a bit. Why? Because you feel they are not seeing you. You try to cover it from them, but you cannot cover it from Allah Tabaraka wa Ta'ala. Because wherever you are, Allah sees you. And there is no way you can hide from Allah Tabaraka wa Ta'ala. What is in your mind, Allah knows. That is, nothing is hidden from Him. Allah in a verse of the Quran told us that قُلْ إِن تُخْفُوا مَا فِي صُدُورِكُمْ, tell them if you conceal what is in your heart, out of do or you manifest it, يَعْلَمُهُ اللَّهُ, Allah Tabaraka wa Ta'ala knows. Today we can see the kind of society we have. And one of the things that resulted into what we are facing today is what? We can say lack of shyness, or decrease in the level of shyness in people. So today you have a situation whereby people are proud of doing evil things. In the past, you may live with someone for 10 years. There are wrong things he is doing and you don't know because he will not want you to see. And like I used to say to people, yes, he does not, someone who is proud of the evil he is doing and someone who does not want to be known with that evil. It's easier for the one who doesn't want to be known to leave it than the one who is proud of it. Because the one that is proud of it feels it's normal. It's a normal thing to him. So he can do it. But the one who is what? Ashamed or who feels shy to be seen with it, believes that is inside him. He believes it is wrong. He knows it is not bad. It is not right. So he does not want to be identified with it. And that is why you will see him walking towards what? Avoiding it. So my brothers and sisters, indeed, shyness or al-haya, this is the name for it in Arabic, mostly it brings good to the society. When you have a responsible child, he will be ashamed of doing what will stain the name of his family. And he will be happy or proud to do what will elevate the name of his family. He will not want to be identified with something evil. Or if one is a Muslim, then he avoids what will stain his name and he will avoid what will stain his deen. Yes, there is different distinction between shyness and fear. Some people are mixing the two up. Somebody will say, okay, I'm not afraid of anybody. Nobody say you should be afraid of anybody. In the first place, you are not even supposed to be afraid of anybody. You should fear Allah Tabaraka wa Ta'ala. So shyness leads to, good behavior. It brings good to the society. Whether in business, in political, sphere, in every sector. Today some of our brothers involved in politics, or some of our brothers involved in businesses, some of our brothers in civil service and so on. If we have certain level of that, the kind of atrocity that we see today won't get to that level. And if we want to change our society, we need to awaken that. We need to try and encourage ourselves in that. Because lack of shyness is an indication of problem with your iman. Because if you have iman, then you will have that quality. And if you lack iman, then you will lack that quality. So there are qualities of righteous people. And there are qualities of unrighteous ones. And anything that has been identified as a quality of righteous people, if you want to be a righteous person, then you work towards making sure you have that. And this is one of them. So everyone at his own level, then look at yourself and check, how do you feel when you do what is wrong? How do you feel when you neglect what you're supposed to do? How do you feel when you fail in your responsibility? You feel comfortable or you feel ashamed? Because today, like I said, is something lacking in most of us. And it makes the society to think upside down. Today halal becomes what? Haram, and haram what? Halal. That's what it leads to. People do evil things today, they interpret it as what? Smartness. Yeah. Take for example, people, acquiring, whether elders, whether youth, acquiring wealth through illegal means, and they are proud of what they have. Whether acquiring wealth through corruption, or acquiring wealth through Yahoo, and you are proud to what? To say you have what? money, or you have what? Wealth. We cannot change our society when we don't change our character. I usually tell us from time to time, the most important thing in you is your character. If your character is okay, everything in you is okay. If you are bankrupt character-wise, then you have nothing. That's why when we look at the messengers, like our Prophet, he said in a hadith, "Innama bu'ithtu," he said, I have been sent to do what? He said, to fulfill makarim al-akhlaq, noble character. And he told us in a hadith that akmalul mu'minina imana. He said the best of the believers, that is the one whose iman, whose faith is more perfect, is who? Ahsanuhum khuluqa, the best in character. So there is connection, there is a relationship between character and iman. If you have, the more your level of iman, the more the perfection of your character. And the lower your level of iman, the lower your level of the quality of your character. And also, it is something unanimously agreed all over the world, that the most important thing in you is your character. And that is why I usually mention this from time to time. In the whole of my life, I have never seen and have never heard that a particular school gave testimonial to students and they wrote unsatisfactory. Because they know you can't get anywhere if you are assassinated character-wise, but you can still get somewhere even if you fail in your result. Yes, they can give you F9 flat. If you have F9, yes, we've seen results, F9 flat. Nothing. Yes, in some schools, if you get 0, they will give you 0. But because they know that 0 won't stop you from succeeding in life, it depends on what we interpret as success. Yes, the one who got 0 in school can employ the one who has first class in school. Yes. So if you are the best student in your class, doesn't mean you will be the richest person. Yes, the one who failed can still employ you. And the one who has first class can still employ the one that failed. But if you are dead character-wise, then you are completely gone. So many things you won't fit it. Even the lowest job, people will not want to give you, will not want to offer you. Because character-wise, you are not what? You are not okay. So my brothers and sisters, indeed, we need to check our character. I usually say to us from time to time, one of the biggest problems of the world and coming back home is character. It has nothing to do with any political party. It has nothing to do with anybody from any section of the country. It has nothing to do with anybody from a particular religion or whatever. Our problem is our character. The day we change our character, our society will change. And if we remain the way we remain, then all of us will continue to suffer. Because Allah Ta'ala said in the noble verse of the Quran that إِنَّ اللَّهَ لَا يُغَيِّرُ مَا بِقَوْمٍ, Allah will not change the state of the people حَتَّى يُغَيِّرُ مَا بِأَنفُسِهِمْ, until they change their state themselves. أقول ما تسمعون أستغفر الله العظيم الجليل لي ولكم ولسائر المسلمين من كل ذنب وخطيئة فاستغفروه إنه غفور رحيم. الحمد لله رب العالمين والصلاة والسلام على رسول الله وعلى آله وصحبه ومن والاه أما بعد عباد الله أوصيكم ونفسي بتقوى الله عز وجل. My brothers and sisters, indeed, we must always remember that what makes you a Muslim is total submission to the will of Allah Ta'ala. And one of the things that Islam always advises you to work on is what? Is your character, your heart. In a hadith he mentioned it in a particular way. He said, in the body there is a flesh. If that flesh is okay, the entire body is okay. If that flesh is dead or is adulterated or is dirty, the entire body is dirty. He said, "Ala wa hiya al-qalb. Inna fil jasad mudghah, idha salaha salaha al-jasad kulluhu, wa idha fasadat fasada al-jasad kulluhu. Ala wa hiya al-qalb." He said, in the body there is a flesh. If that flesh is okay, the entire body is okay. And if that flesh is bad, the entire body is what? Is bad. So please, one of the things, as believers, we need to begin to check what we need to change in our lives. And one of the things I advise myself and the rest of us to work on today is this quality of shyness that is missing in most of us. We need to try to see how we can awaken it. You should feel ashamed to be known with something bad. Anything, and when you say something bad as a Muslim, the first thing is what? What Allah says, haram. And what are the good things are what Allah says what? They are halal. That's your own yardstick. Then other things can follow. Allah Ta'ala make us people who will be shy or who will feel ashamed to be seen in bad things. Allah Ta'ala not put us among those who will waste their life in this world and ending suffering more in the hereafter. Our fathers, wherever they may be, a lot of those who are alive, Allah Ta'ala put barakah into them for us, and those who have died, Allah Ta'ala forgive them and grant them Jannah. We have some of our brothers and sisters who have lost their families, whether wife, whether husband, whether father, whether mother, and so on. All those who lost anyone, Allah Ta'ala forgive them and grant them Jannah, and give them the fortitude to be able to bear the loss. ربنا آتنا في الدنيا حسنة وفي الآخرة حسنة وقنا عذاب النار. اللهم اغفر لنا ذنوبنا وإسرافنا في أمرنا وثبت أقدامنا وانصرنا على القوم الكافرين. إن الله يأمر بالعدل والإحسان وإيتاء ذي القربى وينهى عن الفحشاء والمنكر والبغي يعظكم لعلكم تذكرون. اذكروا الله العظيم يذكركم واشكروه على آلائه ونعمه يذكركم ولذكر الله أكبر والله يعلم ما كنتم يرحمكم الله.